What's happened?
It's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Kath?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know.
Ugh.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. Oh, have I been too
No, definitely not. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
That is... yes, of course.
Thank you, sir. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
Aye, come here. Look what I have for you.
You see, meine Dame, we aren't idle here. My man trained like that every day.
Admirable.
Ha!
No chance.
The biggest man in his army happened to turn up.
Wanker.
Whoa.
But why would he come here?
Why wouldn't he?
Ha!
Lord Peter
Healed.
would be the king's mint master. And
No chance.
everyone knows he's on Wenceslas' side.
Yes, but
But I'm sure you're not
And
afraid
again.
of him.
Come on.
right. Let the ginger fox come. Our walls will hold back his army.
For most of them, at least. I'm just a simple village woman.
Not like that. For
But
fuck's
the wall
sake.
above the gate is crumbling like stale bread. And the towers. The local villagers have them stuffed with hay.
Good wife. You don't know what you're talking about.
Greetings. Do you need...
What goes on in the...
There are poachers prowling in the woods, a band led by this ginger-headed Mach of Marshowitz. They've been causing
What happened?
They killed a rare white roebuck that lived in our woods. Sir Peter of Pisac put a bounty on their heads. The bounty's...
I must say.
It's an exceedingly rare animal. It was beautiful. Sir Peter forbade hunting it, but I wouldn't have even if I could. Killing an animal...
Do you know any more about the...
They're led by some fella called Markov Marshevitz. And they fancied, from what I've heard, they showed up in the village below the castle a couple of times. The guards always sent them packing. Our knacker, Wolfram, was the only...
That knacker, Wolfram? Do you...
Oh, he has a dishonourable profession, true enough. And he sells hides, but having the gall to work with poachers, he's on thin enough ice as it is, being a knacker and all. If his lordship found out he had anything to do... But he might know something about that band.
All right, Huntsman.
Excellent. And if you meet every member of that band carries a squirrel tail on them. Probably a badge of their hunting prowess.
Where should I look for these poachers?
Ah, that's the hard part. I'm sure they have a hideout in the woods around here. But you'll have... If you don't know what to do, you can try to get something out of the knacker.
Thanks for the advice.
Care, friend.
Good morning.
What's Sir Peter like?
Oh, he has a heart of gold. God smiled on us when he eats nothing but preserves and sweet dumplings with curd cheese.
So,
What can I say, lad? It used to be better. There was peace and quiet while King Charles was alive, warring against each other. They should be ashamed. We're lucky we have Sir Peter. He won't allow us to come to any...
you wouldn't happen to know where Lord Hinnock of Kunst...
You mean that bony knight? I can't help you, I'm afraid.
I'm a bit hungry. Do you have anything to eat?
That's not possible. I had you sent breakfast in bed. Susanna was supposed to take... Farewell, sir. God be with you.
How can I help you?
Well, blacksmith.
Worse and worse, friend. Since Sigismund came this way, I've had so much work. You know, everyone suddenly realized that the blunt, rusty weapons they have at home...
I'll have a look. I'd like to do something...
All right. More. Aye. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
days are scorching.
Not like that.
Greetings.
You never saw that coming. And again, come on. And again, come on. Keep going.
Show me your...
Nothing to your liking. Sir?
No, the Worth Henry... I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as my Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. And mine is... What do you say, lad?
Aye. After the soldiers here look pretty fearsome. I wouldn't want to come up against them in battle.
I get the feeling you'd run instead of facing them, though. Eh?
Leave him be, meine Dame. Nobody with any sense would take...
Now look here, I was just being polite. I'd happily take on your men.
Ach, ja?
Do you fancy yourself a knight?
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm, and let you have... Pulcock, come here! The first to bleed loses.
Look, I'm just...
That's in the... What?
Aye.
Leave.
Now look...
Ach,
Do you...
come, Pulk, the first...
Mercy! Leave me be! Good to see you, friend.
So, I went to see my brother and talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive.
Excellent, Henry.
It was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my idiots learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags, and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I even think it's von Berghoff's. I was meaning to sell it, but...
My word. I better go and find Zizka. The Margrave is expecting us.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was some girl hanging around him.
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
Not really. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
What do you need, sir?
Oh, excuse me.
And this scar? It's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
This. I fell off the battlements at Flaxenberg Castle.
Lord above! From the walls! And were you conquering or defending that castle, sir?
Well, depends on how you look at it. We were storming... A wine cellar, you see.
Ah, I do see. Only maybe you shouldn't go around telling people that, sir.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen...
Me?
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Nah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along, too. But she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing. And you better run ahead and greet the Margrave.
What about that dry...
No, nobody asked him where he was going. But it seemed... I'm not surprised. If I know him... He might. To be honest...
Are you expecting...
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats, and the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
Should I really go and see Jobst on my own?
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Rattay. I only know what I've heard.
All right, but he sent for us both. How's it gonna look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit.
All right, then. I'll be going, then.
You're holding it like a pig holds a bone.
I'd like to learn...
What are you interested?
I'm interested in sword...
I'll tell you some interesting things. Brave, Kuta. Ganz brav.
Come here, boy. Here, mutt.
Jesus Christ, praise. God be with you.
Aye, come here.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Rattay, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
Well, it wasn't the best circumstances to meet Zhizka in. They sent him to the Trotsky region to cause problems, and our paths happened to cross. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zhizka orders? Do you know?
I think it's some Jan Sokol of Lamberg.
That would make sense. He was always quite pig-headed.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
I understand. It seems complicated.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
Not only for him, sir. I may be just a bastard, but that doesn't mean I'm used to begging at castle gates dressed in rags.
Believe me, I didn't intend in the least to make such an insinuation. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Rattay.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk. And do you want to tell me anything else? Besides about Toth?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's dungeon. And I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was counting on that, and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
But I mainly told them things I was pretty sure von Bergov already knew. Like that Radzig is a supporter of Wenceslas, that you and I met in Rattay.
And was he satisfied with that?
Well, I don't think he expected anything more from a simple servant of Lord Capon.
That's true. I must say, Henry, you've pleasantly surprised me. You can keep a cool head as the world around you burns. You'll make it far. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
Sir, that's a generous offer, and I appreciate it. But it's not what I want.
If you wish to stay and help here, I'll be glad, of course. I need someone to escort my envoys, and you've proven yourself more than capable.
It's Lord Capon, Your Grace. I came to find out where he is, and rescue him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
Oh. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in his godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go! Stay close. The devil doesn't know you, but he should recognize me, even like this, unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan? Anyway. Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him.
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places. Where you can get booze.
Oh, so all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumour mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favoured meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable. Of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone. He has the devil's pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
Same thing we did to von Zargoth. But don't worry. It's gonna take a lot of time. meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I hope so. And when he's free, then we can step on Sigismund's toes. I'm sure Lord Capon will be happy to help.
In that case, he'd be better off staying in captivity. So, what do you say? Shall we speed up?
The road's quiet. The surroundings are pretty. Why rush? At least we won't be so conspicuous.
If you say so.
Shouldn't we speed up? We won't get there before dark like this.
What's the matter? Don't you want to enjoy the scenery?
Right. Why hurry? There's plenty of time.
Keep your hand on your hilt, Henry. Around here, you never know what might happen.
I warned you you had it coming, you drunk.
Hang on. I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a groschen for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Shiska?
You turn on your heel and get going, if you value your life. You might have noticed there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
You're in for an arse kicking, you piece of shit! I'll hack your arse! You won't get away with that, bastard!
Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the Devil's Den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right, then. What did I do to deserve you? Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm much obliged. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them. You might even get a reward.
Did you hear Lord Chishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What problem?
Well, I'm alone here.
Can he be trusted? He looks like he'd be happy to rat us out the first chance he gets.
Dreadlight? I don't think so. They'd arrest him as well as if he went to snitch on us. If you keep paying him, he'll serve you.
If you say so. So. What's up with the devil? I need to talk to him.
That won't be easy. He got locked up.
What? They captured the...
How long has it been since he was captured?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe a week, maybe even a month. More like a month.
A month? They haven't hanged him yet.
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. But they won't. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much... The devil is a proper bastard.
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastard.
Shit, Kubianka, you must know who came after you and why.
Well, he botched this job in Kuttenberg. It was supposed to be a breeze, but the fuckers outnumbered us 3-1. Before we could react, they knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door. Ada and I tried to help him, but fuck. It pisses me off that we had to leave him there. But we would have...
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him. So he's probably in the town jail?
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him out of there.
My words. Otherwise, we would have gotten him away from those fuckers a long time ago. Not even a mouse can get him there. We can't pull off something like that.
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head. He's the most feared robber baron in Bohemia. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish his death. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes you a dice wager, they'll spill him what they don't know. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're gonna move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards. We're only 3, so unless you have 10 men up your sleeve...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty. You know the rest.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody will listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in our...
Maybe?
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hit them. And as luck would have it, they're not far from the road they used to transport the devil.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that backs for something nasty to happen in it. West of here. You can't miss it.
Looks like there's still some sense left in...
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons. He may be... surely hid somewhere.
Great! At least I won't have to...
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
Here, Mutt. You silly mutt.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you, friend. We have to hurry. So hop on, we have to ride. Make for a long journey. I just better not piss on my boot. Or trip over? Oh, almost done. Oh, not done yet. Finally.
Show me.
Good boy. Good boy. Here you go. Take it.
I should stay with Kubyanka. I should stay with Kubyanka.
Because we were running out of food and drink. They found one and decided to follow him until he arrived at a suitable place. They followed him almost all the way to Sigismund's camp. So throwing guns in the water actually sounds like them. Let's start here, Henry.
What are we going to do now?
Well, welcome to our camp. It's not much.
This mess?
Hey.
So where are the cannons?
We hit something down below last time, and something is buried a little ways.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well, I have a rough idea.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So?
One of those places. Let's look at all of them.
We're gonna dig through half the forest?
Nonsense. I'll walk around, get my bearing. Anyway, we need a shovel. There used to be one by...
Which one is that?
The one made of leaves. He was so proud of it until he woke up covered in caterpillar.
Come on then. We don't have much time.
Come here. Free.
Lad, hey, here it is. Bring the shovel. Be quick. It is already taking us longer than we wanted. We were as drunk as fiddlers when we buried it. But this place seems really familiar. Before that, we had to bury old Lodil, and we had to fortify ourselves.
I was a fool to think this would be easy.
So, I was wrong.
So you're digging the next one?
Listen, lad.
Just tell me you didn't throw those hand cannons in the water.
Of course not. Look at that basket over there.
What about it?
The cannons are not there, but... There is something better. Booze.
We're moving. No stalling.
You're as much fun as watching
Aye, come here.
Right. Enough playing around. Big. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Just like the last time. So this is the grave of poor Lodiel. I was sure we buried him elsewhere.
Ugh. What stench.
Why? He did not smell much better when he was alive. Oh, well. God grant him eternal life. Some soul.
What about us?
If Lodiel is here, then I reckon I know where the hand cannons are. To that south. This really must be it. See? I told you I knew exactly where to find them.
God, why are you punishing me?
Oh, don't cry.
Will you take the cannons?
Nah, I won't be
Right.
Let's go. Or do you...
I'd rather go with you. Just in case.
Mount up then. We've wasted enough.
I think I've heard that one before. How did Zizka put it? The best shot north of the Alps, and also the best singer north of Sassak. Nightingales have nothing on you.
That doesn't rhyme much. Waters of harlots and brags from the wine kegs. Fuck all the rest today, I'm with my comrades. Fuck all to eat today, still we'll be merry. Range your booze and we'll make hats roll like berries. Waters of harlots and brags from the wine kegs. Fuck all the rest today, I'm with my comrades. Fuck all to eat today, still we'll be merry. Range your booze and we'll make hats roll like berries. Waters of harlots and brags from the wine kegs. Fuck all the rest today.
We have the hand cannons.
How did it go? Any trouble?
It went smoothly.
That's right. My memory's like,
Civ?
See how well we understand each other.
What's the plan?
We wait. We'll position ourselves on the flanks, and when they pass, we'll attack.
Why are the wagons standing there? I was hoping we would block the road with a tree or something.
Look what I managed to find. A true march of the maimed. If they had to cut down a tree, they'd chop off their own limbs. We at least took a wheel off. It looks less suspicious, and the convoy will have to stop anyway.
Oi, fuck, but...
But what?
I would put it a little further back, so they will not see it until they are right next to it.
Ah, look who's thinking. And what then?
Then we rise with the hand cannons and blast the bastards to smithereens.